Hello, Elise here from Miss McKenna's Life Leverage, and today I'll be showing you my collection setup for 2019. I've already set up my yearly pages, and if you'd like to see that video, there's a link in the description below. So now we're going to go straight into my collections. So no matter how many times I count, I forget how many dots I have on each page. So I've created these spreads on the very back pages to help with spacing, to help with my monthly layouts. I've also done another spread just like this, except these have boxes, so I can work out what will fit in where. On the left you can see things spaced horizontally, and on the right you can see I've done it vertically. I've already used these spreads a ton, so they're super helpful, and I think these will be some of my most used pages. Next, I'm starting on my morning and evening routine pages. I've tried using one of these before, but I found it quite restrictive because my days are rarely the same. My youngest wakes at various times in the morning, sometimes he has play school, sometimes I'm in like a lot of pain, and sometimes I find I have extra energy. So just having one routine for every day just doesn't fit my needs. Then I came across this style of spread on Pinterest, and I just thought it was perfect. So how does it work? Well, on the left hand side you can see the times going from 5 AM to 9 AM in 30-minute increments. I've chosen 5 AM as my starting point because on a really good day I can comfortably get up at 5, but that's the earliest I'll ever get up. And then I've chosen to finish at 9 because that's when my boys go to school, and the day can go pretty much in any direction after that until around 3 when I pick them up. I've got 6 different categories that I've colour-coded: mind, body, soul, prep, clean and kids. Mind is for things like scripting, visualisation and planning time. Body is for fitness and exercise. Soul is spending time meditating or being mindful. Prep is showering, getting dressed, doing makeup, all the things to get myself ready to start the day. Clean is mostly sorting laundry and dishes, but also a general tidy up. And then kids involves getting them up and dressed and fed and ready for school. I've given myself 5 different routines depending on what time I get up, and removed or shortened sections as the time I have available decreases. I've given myself 2 routines from 5 AM, one that gives me more time to focus on myself and one that focuses more on the kids and sorting the house out, so I can pick between them depending on my energy levels and the needs of the family. I had a spread like this last year, and I found that it gave me more direction in the mornings, and even if I got up late there wasn't such a mad stressful rush because I knew what I was doing and what time I had to do it by. I've also created one for an evening routine. I'm not going to fill that in now, I will do it later, but the way I'll fill this one out will depend on school runs, errands that need to be run, whether I'm visiting friends and family, how long a particular dinner might take to make, and various other factors. I'm hoping it will help me stay more organised even as the day goes on and I've started running low on my energy levels. It also means that I can make sure I'm fitting in time for learning and playing with my boys before they go to bed, because sometimes I get so carried away with other tasks that I run out of time for quality time with the boys, and I know that's something that I really want to prioritise. The next spread is for healthy meal ideas. I really want to improve my diet through 2019, but unfortunately I'm a very picky eater, so finding healthy foods that I like can be quite tricky. But I'm going to make a real effort with finding foods that will give me a healthier and more varied diet. I need to take into account how much energy I have or how much pain I'm in, because that affects the difficulty of the meal I'll be able to cook. But on the flip side of that is that I'm hoping if I'm eating more healthily and more consistently, hopefully my energy levels will improve anyway. So here I've given myself space to list different breakfasts, lunches, dinners and snacks. Hopefully this will really help when I'm overcome by brain fog and I just can't think of what to eat, because that also happens quite often. So I just end up going for the same easy, quick meals because I forget what other options I have. So hopefully this whole spread will really help me get my diet and healthy eating and energy levels all on track. Fingers crossed. I've just listened back to that piece of audio and realised I said hopefully like 3 times. Can you tell how much I've got riding on this spread? If you've got any tips or ideas, please let me know in the comments because I need help. Next, we have the master grocery list. On the left-hand page, I'm going to section the groceries into different food types and groups. On the right-hand page, I've given myself space to put in a removable shopping list. I'm just still looking for the right size post-its. And then on the far right, I've given myself 7 sections to plan out the meals for the week. And I'll also be using post-its for this so that I can change them up each week. And I'll store all the various post-it meal ideas under the shopping list. It doesn't look much now, but when it's finished and all filled in, I think this spread is going to help me be much more organised around meal times, with the benefit of less food and money wastage. I'll do an update on this spread when I finish filling it out so you can all see how it turns out. The next spread is my personal growth vision spread, and it's just somewhere that I can jot down ideas and thoughts about what I want in my life and what I want to achieve. It's kind of like a brain dump because so far I've just been using it to jot down a word here and there, and when it's all filled in, I'll use these ideas to create a more structured personal mission statement. The next spread is my reading and book info sort of log spread thing. I read a lot of personal development books and things about psychology and ways to improve your life and all sorts of different things like that. And I read them mostly in bed before I go to sleep. And there are always pages and ideas that I know I want to look back on in more detail. And I want to make notes on it and study it and that sort of thing when I've got a bit more time. But I usually forget which book it was and what the subject was and whereabouts in the book it was because I'm half asleep because I read it before bed. So this way I can log all that information here and then look back on it for future reference when I've actually got a bit of time to study the material more deeply and take notes on it. So I have a space to track the name of the book, the author of the book, the subject of the book, so whether it's sort of a psychological thing or a gratitude thing or anything like that. I've got a space to put ideas that I'd like to expand on and a space to write in the specific page that I would like to revisit at a later date. I'm really looking forward to using this spread because I know I really wanted it last year. I just didn't realise I wanted it. The next spread works exactly the same way, except this one is focused more on YouTube videos. I have several channels that I follow that I really love because I find their content really insightful or educational or uplifting. And I always think, oh, I need to write that idea down and start trying to implement it. Or, oh, that's a really interesting subject. I want to learn more about it. Or those are really fantastic tips that I could include in my life and all those sort of things. But I might not have enough time while I'm watching it or at that moment to actually do anything about it. So again, I can log that info here and easily find the video I'm thinking of. I do have videos saved in various playlists on YouTube so that I can find them again, but having the What's It About section will remind me which ones I want to go back to first that need my immediate attention, or which ones I'll need a decent amount of time to study. One of the channels I've been binge watching recently is Improvement Pill. Go and have a look, he's fantastic, you will love it, he's brilliant. The next spread is my YouTube tracker. This obviously won't be useful to everybody, but you could use something similar for lots of other things. If you've got a goal that you'd like to break down into more manageable segments, this spread is perfect for that. I'll use mine so that I can colour in each box every time I hit another 100 subscribers. But if you're losing weight, you could track each time you lose a certain amount. If you're writing a book, you can track how many words you've written. For fitness, it could be how many miles you've ran or how many sit-ups you've done. There are lots and lots of other ways that you can use this if you use your imagination. I haven't written in the amount yet as I don't know what number I'll be on at the start of 2019. I'm currently on 6.2 thousand, I think, but I don't know what it's going to be by then, so I'll fill that in then. But once I've done that, I've got a space underneath to mark the date that I hit that milestone. And while I've got a minute here, I just wanted to say thank you to all my subscribers for all your support and encouragement and wonderful comments over the last year. I appreciate every single one of you, so thank you so very much. And if you're not already subscribed, do so now! Yay! The next page is for my entertainment categories. So I've got things like books that I want to read, I've got films and series that I want to watch, people to follow on YouTube or Instagram, and bands that I might like. If you've got any suggestions for these things, or anything you think that I should try, let me know in the comments, because at the minute it's looking really blank and I really don't know what to put in it. I feel like I've tried everything that everybody's spoken about, so if you've got anything new, please let me know. The next two pages are super simple. I've got a space for quotes that I come across that I like and that I might want to add into weekly spreads or monthly pages, and I've got a space for my favourite words. I like to do a word of the day for a month sometimes, so this will be super helpful for that. The next two pages are my random notes and my back burner task list. The random notes page is for when I need to write down something, but it won't necessarily make sense in one of my weekly spreads. The stuff where you just want to scrap a paper to jot something down. And I'm going to allow myself to make as much mess on this page as I like. It'll be like the dark side of my bullet journal where there's no rhyme or reason. And then the back burner task list is an idea I got from another YouTuber, but I can't for the life of me remember which one, so I'm really sorry. But it's a space to put the things that you want to get done, but you might not be planning to get round to them this week or even this month. Things like sorting through old photos or reorganising your wardrobe. And finally, I've got my wish list, which I've split into wants and needs. The first thing to go in my need column will be new glasses. Mine are currently so scratched that it's getting easier to see without them than with them. And no doubt the wants page will end up full of bullet journaling supplies. So that's the end of my collection set up for 2019. I really hope you found some new ideas and a bit of inspiration. Like and subscribe, because every time you do, I do a little happy dance inside. I'll leave links to my social media like Facebook and Instagram in the comments below, as well as links to all the supplies I'm using. Look out for my January plan with me, because that's coming really soon, and I love how simple and clean and easy it turned out. So I can't wait to share that with you. And finally, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a very happy New Year. See you next time!